Okay, then this comes to the in the operation work order request is important service cycle. Okay, professional and industrial standards which we use. Okay, standards to response procedure and frequent interactions with the guests. Okay, so here is a typical flow of feedback loop. Okay, so what happens in engineering operation is we got the source, we got the input which is the request, we receive, we assign, we monitor the status. Okay, check on compliance. Okay, feedback to the source. Okay, that happens all in the engineering. So we have like engineering control rooms where we controls the request, we control the systems. Okay, once we get any request from the internal departments or gas or service center, so they receive the complaints, they record it, they assign the particular technician, the technicians give the feedback to the control room, they monitor the status in time frame because uh, as per the standards we need to respond to the guest request on certain time frame. Okay, then we check what is the cause of the complaints, and then what we give feedback to the source where the complaints comes. Okay, then field technician, what they do, they receive the complaint, they action it, they get feedback to the engineer. Okay, so work orders system, part of service cycle. Usually for quick response job, similar to the natures, not emergency, large volume, feedback important. Okay, information can be used for analysis. Like if you why we use the work order system. If there's a one particular rooms, you're getting the work order of let's say air conditioning one time, two times, three times in a month. So you can go back on the systems which we use. It's called building management system. There you can see in month how many complaints you got for the air conditioning. So once you have that trend, so you can see okay what preventive action we have to take because this is repetitive complaints we have. So the trend can be noted and we can take a corrective actions and basis on the continuous improvements, and system can be manual or automated operated in based on our trend analysis. Okay, then it comes on the breakdown response in the engineering. That is also responsibility of engineering. Breakdowns in the service and performance. Okay, emergency or routine, urgent or routine works. Okay, so these are the key criteria when in engineering we respond to the breakdowns. If there's any emergency breakdowns, like let's say if there's a water supply shutdown, it's emergency and it's urgent also. If the power fail happens, it's urgent. If there's any the fire access system fails, it's an emergency. Or if there's any high risk equipments which is failed, this is urgent. Okay, and some is a routine maintenance, like if we need to do a preventive maintenance of air conditioning system, AHU, PAHU. So we schedule that based on the recommendation. Can we not afford the downtime? Okay, so we need to decide like when you get the request, we need to see okay if this breakdown can we prolong it or can we not, and what is the effect on the service. Do we have the spare parts for this? If we don't have spare parts, what is the alternative we have? Okay, this is this equipment is having the alternative because let's say if there's a pump which is failed, do we have the standby pump? We don't have the standby pump. What are the area affected and how we can shift that area to the different system, or if what are the key components we need to see is going to affect, and what will be the effect on this. Does our, and then we need to see, does our staff know how to fix this system? Do we have the standard operating procedure for this system which is failed? Okay, location, requester, time and type. So these are the things which is we record, and we maintain the records of them. Okay, emergency response. So as we talk about, we need to have the team trained on in response to the emergency once it's come to the fire life safety. So we need to have a fire emergency plan. Okay, hotel should have a hotel emergency team. Okay, which we call heat team. Okay, which is emergency crisis such as water, flood, aircon, gas, electricity, elevator, data or signal, etc. Okay, so respective emergency crisis procedures should be established. Okay, so these are the like bomb threat, what to do, toxic gas leakage, what to do, terrorist attack, what to do. So these are the under crisis management and panic control has to be established in the organization, and that's also falls under engineering operations. Okay, engineering responsibility. So our staff should be trained on all above procedures, all above the standards, and then should know how to react and how to handle the emergencies in case of any occurs. Okay, energy consumption, which is very key factors. Okay, this one is a really vast subjects. We can discuss this one in the separate session. Okay, technical support. What are the technical supports we provide to the as an engineer? Okay, we provide the technical support to the catering functions, rooms, telephone, F&B, guest directory, authorities, or any other user department. So these are the we are the supporting department for all those functions. Okay, so new in charge in the operations, what are the things we do? Okay, so we need to know, okay, how we are doing it, how the hotel engineering works, are we doing all those things or not? Okay, if you are not doing, definitely you need to learn about all those things, and you need to react, and you need to prepare your standards. You need to know those standards, you need to know your equipments, and then you need to communicate to your team, and then make sure they understand, they operate on time. Okay, so which comes under communication. Okay, which is the key factor of engineering. Okay, so manager, as a manager, you should be able to perform a functions of planning, organizing, leading and controlling. Okay, and then you should have the skill of technical skill, human, conceptual and decision making. So once you have all those skills, definitely you need to communicate, you need to plan, you need to organize, you need to lead. Whenever it's required, you need to control. Okay, you should have the technical skill when your team require any help, so you should be able to guide them, and you should be know how to deal with the people, because human factors play the big roles in engineering operations. If person is not uh, getting along with this, he can be sabotaging your system, and which can be a huge cost to the company. It can be a huge cost to the operation disturbance. Okay, so you need to have a decision making power. You need to know how to react if there is a problem, how to handle. So these things comes under your communication skill. Okay, so all we have perform all the management functions and utilize